Oh, you're in for a real treat.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, 'cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
It's the DIZPod, where dreams come true. With Corey and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. Feel the magic.
Gets his stuff and gets ready to leave.
The
And I was like,
and the cheer.
"You're leaving?"
Together we'll make memories.
And he said that's when he was like, okay.
Yeah, so
But, so why'd you pull over then?
I was probably more scared than anything. Pull over.
that's why they chose the music they chose, and that's why that they laid this life out, you know, from birth to death in this show. It's actually much more to it than I think a lot of people realize until we really start to see it more.
I'm going to skip out because I do have to do my football show where I will be picking the Patriots to lose this week. By the way, go Raven, out!
I'll talk to him later. Pete is great. Love Pete.
In the house, sometimes we would have 30.
You had the house to hang out at.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Stevens.
What's up, guys?
Welcome.
I just said, let's go live on YouTube. People might like to see that. Believe it or not, that first night we got 1,000 people watching. I don't know.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hello and welcome to the DIZPod, everyone. So happy to have you here. We do this live because we do it for you. You can also listen to us later on the YouTube Music app. You can come right back here on this channel and also listen and watch here as well. You can listen exclusively or listen only on Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and Apple. You can do that too. So we have fun bringing this to you. Disney Talk, couple of bros just talking Disney. How's it going?
Very, very good. It's not cold here at all. Nope, not at all.
Oh, yeah. You know why? It's because we've taken the cold from you. That's what we've done, apparently. Still, you know, being from the Northeast, it always still doesn't sound right in my brain when I get out of the car or leave the house and go, ooh, it's freezing. When any day like this up north at this time of year, you just be like, oh, it's a nice day today.
Yeah.
You have to cherish more of your days when you're up there because the amount of nice, sunny, warm days is limited. So you feel guilty if you're not outside.
Yes.
So
I got to get stuff done. Got to get it done today. Yeah.
Yeah. Or we just got to get outside. I don't care if we go for a ride, go for a walk, just play in the yard, whatever. Got to be outside today.
Right.
I had trouble in that transition when we moved from the Northeast to here because of that mindset for many decades that you cherish the nice days. Here, just about every day is nice. And of course, my brain went to football. I'm like, oh my, this coming football season will be my first football season living in Florida. And it's, what do I do when it's 80, 85 degrees outside? I can't stay in all day. And I'm like, but I want to watch football.
Right.
So it took me a few weeks. It didn't take me long to get over that mindset because I knew the next day and the next day and the next day was going to be a beautiful day. So it took a little bit to get over that. But yes, it is as a local, it's been a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I wore a jacket all day yesterday. I'm hoping tomorrow night in the parks it'll be fine. Although Saturday, the weather worked for us. It was shorts and, I can put a jacket on. I put my Figment sweater on later in the evening. But other than that, we all went with shorts and we were comfortable.
So let me ask this. It was a transition, right? Because of football. What about Christmas?
That's funny you say that because I was going to mention that too, and then I skipped over it, but it did jump into my head a second ago. So Christmas, I really thought about how I could get through this trying to make it feel as much like Christmas as possible. So I came up with, I closed the blinds, the big sliders that are in the living room, which is where we would open up gifts and everything. And I put Christmas music on. And then this past year, what I did was, I think I put like a big snowy window channel on YouTube on the big screen and slightly closed the blinds.
Okay.
So just to kind of give yourself that feeling. And with that said, when we do watch football in our entertainment room, we have 5 TVs on the wall. So as TV space becomes available as you get later in the football day and you have less games, I've probably sent you videos of this. I'll put a fireplace on. I'll put a snowy window or two up in the upper TVs to just kind of make it feel like, okay, it's November, it's December or January. This is when it would typically be snowing while I'm watching games. So
yeah,
that's what I do with that. It's bringing a little bit of winter. I'd rather experience winter like that than actual snow happening outside.
So
17 degrees in Massachusetts, says Tiger Girl right now.
On Monday, this coming Monday, it is going to be 5 here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
5 degrees.
5 degrees.
When's the last time you saw 5 degrees in North Carolina? He's in North Carolina.
It's been a while. We had a decent couple years. Every now and then we get a winter that's kind of crazy, but yeah, for anything single digits, it's kind of crazy here. I want to say I probably have to go back to like 2017 to have a long span of really cold weather. So we'll see. We normally get snow in February. Normally it's around Valentine's Day, and there was this one year, you can actually search it because it's all over the internet. We had the Raleigh snowpocalypse because we had a long street. It's very hilly. It's a very long street called Glenwood Avenue. And I'm sorry, people don't know how to drive in the snow here if they're not from here.
No.
And people from the Northeast that do move here, a lot of them forget how to drive in the snow. So it was just crazy. There were like cars all over the place. It was like a disaster movie. And so people were putting the photoshopping in the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man into that scene. So yeah, that's what we deal with here.
Funny.
So, but it's no snow here. It's just going to be really, really bitterly cold. And I will be in Florida this weekend and then get to come back home to 5 degrees. Fun.
That's why I never liked leaving the winter to come to Florida for a week or 10 days. It makes it that much more difficult to come back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Other people will think the opposite, right? Oh, I like to go to Disney in the winter so I can get away from the weather for a while, but it's more of a bummer, I think, to go back. So we always came to Disney in the summer, and we knew we were going back to good weather. So I always thought of it that way.
Yeah. Or go north. If you live in Maine in the summer, in the winter, go travel up to Canada. That'll make you feel better when you come back home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as you can see on the bottom of your screen there, this week's episode, we thought we'd do something a little different. And you are all involved. Everybody in chat, this is all about you as well. So, this week's episode, you are the tour guide. So, here's the scenario. You work for Disney. You're a VIP tour guide. You got the plaid top on
vest
with the blue, the plaid vest with the blue pants or blue skirt. And you have a visitor who's coming to the parks, to Disney World for their first visit, but they're doing it VIP style. So kudos to them. But what do? Where do you suggest for them to stay? Where do you take them in the park? Do you do multiple parks? So this is what that episode's going to be. So we're just going to kind of put that together, and we'll give our ideas. You can all certainly give your ideas, and we'll just have a little fun with it. I saw some of our friends from the Disney Streamer Network in there. Thank you for popping in. I saw Doug. I also saw Lily's Life Dad. We're going to talk about a new show coming up on the Lily's Life channel after we finish our segment here. Really excited to see that new show. So, yeah. So now that I'm nice and warm, I've closed my door so I can keep the heat in. It's cold.
Do you have a blanket on your lap?
I don't. It's behind me.
Aha.
It's over there.
Yeah, when I had a few days off during the holiday weeks, we went. I think it was New Year's Day. Jacob and I spent a lot of time just building some Legos and things like that, and we decided, well, let's go to Chili's. We haven't been to Chili's in a while. I mean, normally when we eat out, we're eating out at Disney. That's the length of it. So let's go local. And so we went to Chili's and we ate and had a good time and came back home, and I just had a chill in me. So put my slippers on, had some long pajama pants on, kept my jacket on, and put a blanket on my legs and continued to build Legos. Tammy's like, what is wrong with you? Jacob was the same way. It's like, what are you, an old man? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm really settling in. I'm so relaxed. Apparently, I'm still cold. So
yeah,
that's what I did.
Yeah.
So. But anyway.
Yeah. So, I sometimes we look for, obviously on the show we have guests or we have festival previews or party previews, stuff like that. And so this is just one of those. We're just going to have a little fun. So I'm imagining myself being a tour guide and having a family. Let's say it's 5 people, right? Mom and dad, 3 kids, maybe one is older, and 2 younger ones. So if you want to show them a quintessential Disney resort, where would you have suggested that they stay? What's your quintessential Disney resort?
So money's not an object.
They hired me, so I'm assuming not.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. There are just so many great resorts. I would probably, my mind always goes straight to the Poly, but we were talking about this on the live stream the other day, and I think that what has the edge over any other resort that no other resort can provide is a view of the savannah. So I'd go Kidani Village and let them enjoy the view. That is a wow in itself, and it's a beautiful resort as well. So I would go that because we did it this past year, and our thought was it was a live streaming day. We checked in early afternoon, and our thoughts were drop our bags, go out to the veranda, whatever.
Yeah.
Take a quick look around, take some animal roll call, and we're out to the parks to live stream. 1 hour later, we're still watching the animals. It's so peaceful. It's just to watch the animals is so peaceful. And whenever you're back at your room, the first thing you want to do, even after a long day at the parks, you just want to go out there and kind of see what's happening out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the best option for a first timer.
And it's the Savannah view, right? You're not putting
it has to be the Savannah.
It has to be the Savannah view. Yeah.
Has to be the Savannah view.
I like that answer. Because that's, where else do you get that? Right? Like, I don't know of any resort where you can do that.
I don't. In America, I don't know if there's anything even close to that.
Yeah. So I do agree with that one. My first thought, like you said, would have been Poly because it's original. It still gives you that old Disney feel. I almost said contemporary, but I feel like it doesn't really show off as well as it would have. Like in 71, staying at the Contemporary is like, wow. I don't know that it has that feeling at this point. So I would say not there.
making faces because what I could say could be so it could be a backlash for those who just love the contemporary, but it's almost like why do we love the contemporary? Its location, its view is one of the best in Walt Disney World, we'll say that. But if we just take the structure itself, really cool.
Yeah.
The monorail goes through it. But when you get away from all that, the rooms are nothing special. They're pretty much identical to anything that's been refurbished on property.
Pretty much.
So it's really just the idea of staying there.
Yeah.
So that is pretty cool. Maybe not bad for a first timer because of the location, the view that they'll get, and all that. But
now you have to do park or fireworks view. If you
would.
Yeah.
You
Similar
would.
to staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge. You got to go Savannah View that first time. Yeah.
You would. California Grill's there, so they can have a really nice dining experience. But one thing that people don't really mention, and it's probably because it lacks it, what that resort lacks is property. It lacks property, but it makes up for the view, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you can go for a decent walk around property and all that. There's not much down there. You've got a few pools. I've gone over into some of they have multiple pools and all that. Very nice and all that. But I guess I'm just saying when you compare it to some of these others, I would put the Contemporary pretty low on a list of 10 places to stay in Disney. That's just me. And when you think of the Grand Flow, I thought of that first too,
Sure. Yeah.
because it is what it is in the name. It's grand. It's
Right.
beautiful. It's beautiful, but I don't know what I want to say. It doesn't lack character. I guess it has a lot of character. It's a big property. I don't know what I really want to say about the Contemporary. I mean the Grand Flow.
Grand Flow.
What are your opinions on the Grand Flow? It's elegant. Like I loved staying there. I'd love to stay there again because you feel, I don't know, there you feel more special than anywhere else because it just feels like, man, what it costs to stay in a place like this. This is a place on property I never thought I'd get to stay.
Sure.
You're wowed by all that. Contemporary, it's great. I keep want to call it Contemporary. It's great there, but it wouldn't be my first choice. Animal Kingdom would be just for offering that view. I think puts it over the top against the others.
I like that. So let's look at chat. So 86 says Pop Century or Contemporary. Pop Century, I think, really is a very fun resort. It is,
Yes.
to me, it is one of the resorts, like if you're looking for immersion into Disney, I don't know that I would go Pop Century because I think it's the resort that probably feels the least. Well, Coronado probably also doesn't have much of a Disney feel to it. To me, it's a beautiful resort. Love it. But if I'm looking for like immersion, I don't think it's that one. So those are good choices though. Shirley said Port Orleans. She didn't say Riverside or French Quarter. They're both great. Last time we went as a family, we stayed in Riverside. Totally changed my mind about that resort. It's an amazing resort to stay. And you if you're going to go there, you should have quite a few days because there's so much to do. There's fishing and there's bike riding and horseback or horse-drawn carriage. So much to do there. So very cool resort. Doep says put them in Yacht Club if money's no object. I was thinking about that too. The Epcot resorts. That's you get to, similar to Contemporary, you're done with your Epcot day and you just walk back to your resort. So there's definitely something to be said for those.
It has the greatest pool in my opinion. It does offer Skyliner, so you can do a little bit more for convenience of travel.
True.
You can go to and from Hollywood Studios as well. So you have two parks there in an easier way of commuting, I guess.
And different,
because Animal Kingdom Lodge is the furthest away, so you are going to need to take a bus.
Yeah.
Or a minivan to get around. So, see, we can plant out This to me, this sounds like another episode. The pros and cons. Let's do it. The pros and cons of Disney resorts. I mean, we've already touched on some things, so
yeah.
Future episode.
Rod says, if money's no object, the bungalows at the Poly.
Oh, okay. Can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty cool.
Catherine loved the yacht club. Pamela says yacht club or boardwalk. She didn't say beach club. Interesting. George says beach and yacht club. So we stayed at yacht club. We still need to stay at beach club and boardwalk. And when I went in December, I went out through the back entrance there of Epcot to catch a bus to Disney Springs. And that's when I thought about, oh, it's so cool to just, I'm done with my day. And here I am right here. I just walk around. I'm right here in like 5 minutes. So
I love Boardwalk too. Boardwalk is just so relaxed and chill.
Yeah. Very, very cool. So, all right. So now we're going to assume that they're rope dropping because, you know.
Got to get your money's worth.
Got to get your money's worth. So where are they going to have breakfast? Where are you going to take them to breakfast? Is it going to be in a park, outside a park? And what restaurant?
Breakfast. Let's see. I am not going to do breakfast where we're staying at the lodge. We are going to move them. And we would probably move them to... I'm going to take them to Ohana for breakfast. Character breakfast, Stitch, Mickey and Friends. The food is great. That's where I would take them. I would take them there.
Traditional breakfast foods? Or is it
yes and no. I mean, you get the Pog juice.
Okay.
And you get the bread. I believe the bread is unique.
Okay.
To there. So, and then the rest is traditional breakfast. Your fried potatoes and your bacon and your eggs and all that stuff. Very pleased with that. I've done that about 3 times. I think that's a good intro to that. In chat, Pamela says the Whispering Canyon. See, Pamela has DVC, but she thinks because she bought Wilderness Lodge, like she can't use it anywhere else. I keep trying to convince her that you can.
Go other
call
places.
Your representative. Yeah, call your representative. You can. I'm teasing you, Pamela. Whispering Canyon is great as well. That's all you care to eat over there. So that's good. Chef Mickey's is so much fun. It is. George Cook mentioned that. I think several of you, Dole Whip Dave and Shirley Renee. So that's a popular one. We have not been back to Chef Mickey's for dinner since before COVID. When it first reopened, they opened to an atrocious menu. It was really bad.
Yeah,
it was really bad. And if y'all wanted to see that, you could go back and just time it. Just in the year of 2020, I think it was 2020, right? When the parks reopened, you can look up our Chef Mickey's, and it was a bad menu. It was like you're reading the menu and you didn't even know what it was. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Almost like way too fancy. Like if you were going to try a menu like this, it had to be somewhere else, not Chef Mickey's. But I'm glad that they changed it. So, yeah. So we'll have to go back for sure. But definitely I would take a family to a character breakfast. It has to be a character breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right with a family. I was leaning towards Steakhouse 71 because it's in the Contemporary. Because in my case, we didn't stay at the Contemporary. But I think you're right. As people were putting in chat, talking about Chef Mickey's, like that's the one, that people always refer. Well, there's an SNL skit, very famous SNL skit with Lindsay Lohan, in what's supposed to be Chef Mickey's. So yeah, that's probably the quintessential character breakfast. So maybe, yeah, I think you're right.
So where we're involving the audience here that is live, are we kind of coming to an agreement like they can change our mind?
Yeah.
That kind of sounds fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Mickey's it is. Chef Mickey, I'll go with that. If you'll go with that. Chef
All right.
Mickey's it is. Y'all stated your case. I see what Pamela's saying, but I might save that for dinner.
Oh. All right. I like where you're going with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as you can hear, now we've got Disneyland. Well,
We're on Main Street.
Maybe you can hear it. I can hear it a little bit.
I can
We're
hear
on
it.
Main Street. So, my assumption is that we're starting the day at Magic Kingdom. Would you start at Magic Kingdom, or would you start somewhere else?
No, I wouldn't. Starting... I said that so convincingly, didn't I? No, I wouldn't. Because it's like this. Trying to give someone the best experience, in my opinion, it's going to be different for everybody because of what your favorite, how you rank your parks, right? But I think you'd have to ask the family, but let's just assume they're like, no, you know your stuff. We want you to just do this for us, and we'll accept it.
Right.
I think you have to make Magic Kingdom number one. It's the OG. It's the castle. It's the thrill of laying your eyes on that castle, possibly for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the buildup of it. I think it's like when the kids were younger, I choreographed the opening of gifts. I don't know if anyone else does this. If you do, let us know in chat. Let us know in the comments, wherever you can comment when you listen back later. I would number these gifts because you don't want them to open the best gift 4 gifts in and there's 7 to go.
Yeah.
I orchestrate them and how I would like them to be opened. The buildup. So I think the buildup has to happen with the parks. So I'm going to start with the earliest park, which is Animal Kingdom. So yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So you're at Animal Kingdom. What? Because you only have one day. Now, of course, you have VIP, so you're not waiting in.
So we're going to kind of hit hit the highlights, right?
Yeah.
And then be on our way. So we're going to go to the Safari first because the earlier the better. So we're going to walk right on the Safari and see what happens there.
Mm-hmm.
From there, I think that we need to go and let's see, where are we? If they're down for Everest isn't super far from there, so I'm going to hit some Everest. And we wouldn't have time for all the shows, so if there's one show you'd need to narrow it down to, it's The Lion King. I think it's one of the best shows on property. So I would do that, and then I would ease on over to Pandora, soak in some of the atmosphere there, and I would do Navi River Journey and Flight of Passage, and we'd be on our way.
And really, you've hit all the major attractions.
Yeah.
You know, we're assuming at this point Dinosaur is not there. So yeah, you've hit the major attractions. So you really conquered that park pretty easily, and shown them what it is. And I do like your idea of build up. And I say that because like when Catherine, Jay, and Finley went to Disney for the first time, our first park was not Magic. I wanted it to be, but the way the days, the park tickets lined up, we got there, I think, the night of the 23rd. And so our first day in the parks was the 24th. So we did Epcot. So we started with Epcot for Christmas Eve. And then we did Magic on Christmas Day, which, I mean, come on. You know. So that's what we did there. So I do like the build-up of that. And then we did Hollywood the next day. And Catherine can correct me because all of a sudden I feel like I'm wrong. But I think the build-up is great. Plus, then that does put you at, you know, the nighttime spectaculars for Magic. which Animal doesn't have nighttime spectaculars. You know, they have the show, the projection show, but come on, if you're picking the projection show or Starlight or Happily Ever After, come on.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, and Corey's point about the animals is totally legit. The earlier you go, the more vibrant. They say I think there's 3 times to go for the safari. I think it's early in the morning.
Yes.
I think like the very last one, right?
Yes.
Like right before they go in. And is it right after it rains?
I used to think it was right after it rains, but it's even better while it's raining.
Okay.
But either or.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we went and we were live like we always are. We went on to the safari as it was raining, and I think I told everybody, all right, everybody, I'm not really sure how good this is going to be. And I think a cast member said, oh, it should be amazing. And it was. So
good to know.
Going on when it's raining is nice. And if you think about that, right? Say it starts to rain and you're at Animal Kingdom. Head to the safari. Let that be your thing.
Yeah.
It's raining. We can't get on Everest right now. We can't do this, that. Go, even if it's a little bit of a wait, and maybe it's going to rain for a little bit. So you're undercover for 40 minutes. Then you get on the safari. You're most likely going to see a great safari. The animals love the rain. And then maybe the rain's done by the time you get off.
Good to know. 86 says he doesn't skip Cali.
Cali River Rapids.
I've never done Cali.
What?
Yeah, that is the only ride on property, or the only attraction on property that I've never done.
All right, if we're ever at Animal together, we'll have to do it. And I do it live because typically you don't get wet enough to worry about the equipment. But last time we got hung out.
Last time you did.
Not hung out to dry, hung out to be wet, and it wouldn't stop.
Yeah. All right, so we're leaving Animal Kingdom. Got a full belly from breakfast. Did all the rides there. Showed them Flight of Passage. I mean, that's got to be... can you imagine people seeing Flight of Passage for the first time? Just amazing. So where do you hop to next?
I would probably at that point make a proximity play. So I would probably hit Hollywood Studios next.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'd head right up. I'd take them over to Tower of Terror. And come up, take a right, head into Toy Story Land. Have them try the Num Num cookie.
Okay. All right.
And on our way over, I would actually have them do a little shooting over there. And I said shooting over at the Toy Story Mania. Bounce over to Slinky Dog Dash.
Got to do it.
Yep. Take them through Galaxy's Edge. Have them check out like the Droid Depot. Love to have them make a lightsaber maybe or something, or build a droid, but you only have so much time. So definitely go over and hit Smuggler's Run. Go hit Rise of the Resistance. Then we go over and do a little Muppets 3D. Oh, too soon. Sorry. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. As old as it is, you gotta do Star Tours. I still love Star Tours. You know, you do Star Tours. And it's probably, if you have time, we're not timing this out, but if you had time, I would probably grab either Beauty and the Beast or Indy, but probably Indy because Indy is just so unique.
Right. I'm with you. I was going to say
Mickey and
Beauty and the
Minnie's.
Beast because it's so good, but you're right. Indiana Jones is very, very different from a typical stage show. So
yeah. In my opinion, it's like you want to show everybody every ride there. So let's dial that back for a second. Let's just say we're only able to do 3 plus a show.
Okay.
Yikes. I'm going to say 4 because I can't help it. Mickey and Minnie's, Slinky Dog, Rise, and Smugglers. It's tough. It's really tough.
You chose Smugglers over Tower of Terror? Tony, please don't leave. He chose...
I don't know. That's a tough one.
It is.
That's very tough.
Wow.
That's very tough.
So I would say Tower because it's different, right? Tower, Rise, Mickey and Minnie's. I might even leave off Slinky Dog if we're only doing 3. If we're doing 4, then I would probably say Slinky Dog as well. And the reason I say that is Millennium Falcon is a simulator. It's essentially a video game.
But look what's inside.
I know.
Falcon.
I know.
It's the Falcon.
I know.
Like
It's
86
tough.
JB says, Hollywood is stacked. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I love Hollywood so much. That's a tough one.
That's a
Or
tough one.
you could sacrifice, do a little bit more time there, and then get over to Epcot, but be limited there.
But be limited there, yeah.
I mean, because what you really could do, as much as a lot of us love the World Showcase, let's just say we're going over there now, right? Well, you probably had to have had lunch at Hollywood at this point. And it would have to be a quick serve, though.
Doing quick
You
serve.
can't have 3 sit downs.
No.
In a day like that. So you can't even have 3 sit downs in one park. And I know that from experience. So easy. You go into the ABC commissary for those fries. And whatever dessert they're serving, and the grilled buffalo chicken and grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, because otherwise you're doing Rosie's or Backlot. If I have to choose a quick serve of the 3, it's going to be ABC Commissary. The variety of food there is great. You also have unlimited drink refills, which you do at Backlot Express as well. But, over Rosie's, Rosie's is, hot dogs, big deal. So
yeah, ABC Commissary is easily the best quick serve in Hollywood Studios, in my opinion. So you go over to Epcot. Are you ready to go over there now?
Yes.
So what I would do is I would just take a walk through the World Showcase.
Okay.
Let them get a feel for what the World Showcase is like. Maybe an hour for that kind of thing. Make sure we hit Soarin'. You got to hit Spaceship Earth and Guardians, and I would call it a day. In Epcot.
Yeah, how could you not do Guardians? That's going to be...
Yeah.
I think Guardians there, Spaceship Earth, there's certainly things that I would skip, right? We'll walk by Journey of Water and let them know that that's where it is.
Right, that's where that is. There's Nemo. There's we're going into the land.
Yeah.
But,
I would certainly...
I think that hits all the points.
Yeah. And then taking the monorail over. I don't know. I guess you could do that, couldn't you? I would assume on a VIP tour you don't have to take their vans or whatever. I would think if a family said no, we want to take the monorail, you would take the monorail.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. So now you're at Magic. We'll assume you're hitting evening.
Mm-hmm.
And so are we probably heading right to dinner? I'd probably take them to dinner from there, and then we can start doing whatever we want to do the rest of the night. And the dinner I would choose. I went back and forth about this when I thought about it. We've already done a character meal today. Crystal Palace is a really good buffet.
Yeah.
Get to meet Pooh and friends. And then I thought of a castle. Not the castle you're thinking of, but Beauty and the Beast. Just to eat dinner in that. It's all about the atmosphere more than the food there.
That is true.
Yes. But I think without question, you have to go to Cinderella's royal table. You're eating in the castle. That's a big deal for anyone.
Yeah.
And you meet Cinderella in the beginning, and then you go up and you're just in the castle. Your brain just can't believe it the entire time you're there.
No.
And so you do that. And when you come out, I say that, likely Starlight's going to happen before Happily Ever After. So we're going to hit a handful of rides. Let's make sure that we do Tiana's, if they don't mind being wet. Tiana's, Tron, maybe the classic Space Mountain. Then you go do the parade. Then you go do... Let's assume Starlight is at 8. That finishes. Now you're at 8:20. HEA at 9.
Let's also assume that it's a extra magic hour or extra extended evening hours.
Okay,
because they're saying at a deluxe.
Yes.
So let's say we time that out, so they'll have a couple extra hours at Magic.
Perfect. So, we already addressed a few rides. We did Starlight. Maybe we hit the People Mover, and then we get a prime location for Happily Ever After. Now it's about 9:20, and we've got plenty of time to play. So, I think we've given ourselves a lot of good time to play. So, at that point, maybe grab a Mickey bar.
Yep.
And then let's just do whatever we want. Let's make sure we hit Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That would be a prime thing. Peter Pan is just Peter Pan. It's still great.
Yeah.
You got to do Small World because it's just classic. And maybe you finish and then you can do Pirates and Haunted. So I feel like you could get all of that done. You can get all of that done to make an absolutely great day.
So let's say that that's the end of the rides. We've gone through all 4 parks. Are there any rides you regret not showing them?
I love that question.
You could have put in there.
Now, Chad is talking about Big Thunder, but currently there's no Big Thunder.
Right.
So that's what I was thinking, but Big Thunder would absolutely be on that list.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, if we dial it back to Animal Kingdom, I would probably... I think we're down to 2 attractions, right? Kali River Rapids and Dinosaur. I'm trying to think if I would value, no, I was thinking the Nemo show over one of those because Nemo's so cool. Broadway quality, Disney style. But I guess... I don't know. I'm not a super fan of Dinosaur and Kali. They're good, but I don't think they're not great.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have any regrets. How about that for an answer?
Okay.
You didn't hear that? You didn't see that coming, huh?
All right. I would hope that as we're walking out of Animal Kingdom, that we caught. Always forget the name of this one. The bird show, but just the. Are they?
Yes.
The macaws?
Yes, when they come
Right.
flying in. That is something to see.
Wow. They are right above you. You get these beautiful, colorful birds. They're flying towards the Tree of Life. They tell you a little bit about them, and some of them will hang around. Some will leave before they should, but that's okay. That's just how it is. That's nature. So I would hope that we would hit that on the way out. Then we went to Hollywood. And in my scenario, I think we missed Toy Story Mania.
Okay.
And Smuggler's Run. So I would say those 2 would probably be regrets for me.
Yeah, mine would be Tower. And I think I threw everything else in, didn't I?
Or maybe Beauty and the Beast because you had them do Indy.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast and Tower. I would go with that.
Yeah. Epcot. In your scenario, did they do Frozen?
I forgot about Frozen. Yes, Frozen and Ratatouille would be it.
Yeah. I would say those for sure. And at Magic, Carousel of Progress.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Hall of Presidents or Country Bears. Country Bears.
Yeah, because that's classic.
Yeah.
I would agree with those two. If I were to add on another one, just because it's your first time, you kind of have to do it. I think Dumbo.
Oh, yes.
Opening day attraction, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it has moved and doubled in size, but you're right. It's. I mean, that's a classic. To say that you got on and you got to fly in Dumbo is like, that's pretty quintessential, man. But you know what's like, we went to some of the classics, and we went to, you know, Tron and Tiana's and Space Mountain. So you had thrill rides, and then you had some classics in there, and kind of forget. Although where it is, I think that's also part of the problem with Dumbo is it's back there in Storybook Circus, and so a lot of us tend to forget about that. I mean, Catherine didn't even go into Storybook Circus her first 3 trips, I think, to Magic. She was, we were walking, I forget what we were, but
wow,
we were somewhere over there, probably by Mine Train or something, and she saw all the lights over there. She was like, "What's that over there?" I was like, "Well, that's more Fantasyland. That's the circus area." I think I said it. And she's like, "What?" And so she did not know. Yeah.
It may be a fun fact that our first trip to Epcot, we never stepped foot in the World Showcase. And look how important it is to us now.
Wow.
We had young kids, and we were like, yeah, this is a half-day park because the kids aren't going to be interested in that. So we stayed out of it. I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Do you remember your first trip to Disney and what your first ride was?
I remember my first trip to Disney, and it was only a half day at Hollywood Studios. We got in for $10 because we listened to a spiel about a timeshare.
Oh,
and I was like, "Oh, this is my chance to check out some Disney," because we had only done like Universal and SeaWorld and all that stuff. So, Amy remembers what the first ride was. If I really try to think about that, it could have been, we're talking back when we had Great Movie Ride, Lights Motor Action, we had the Backlot Tour. I think that my first ride, and I'm going to ask her this later, I would put my money down. It wouldn't be much, but I would put my money down on the Backlot Tour.
Okay.
I think the Backlot Tour might have been my first. And I say that because I just remember earlier in the experience walking up from what would be former Muppets area and coming up towards Star Tours and seeing Vader and a stormtrooper doing a meet and greet. And I immediately turned into a big kid. It was, you know, we didn't have kids. It was Tammy and me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's a stormtrooper and Vader. Can I go say hi to them? Can I say? And she's like, of course you can. So, yeah, that's what I think. But her memory's better than mine. I can't wait to ask her.
I don't remember my first trip. I don't know. I can't remember how old I was now. 7, 8. But I do remember Catherine, Finley, and Jay's first trip. That was in 2020. And as I mentioned, our first park was Epcot. So their first ride was Spaceship Earth. We just started. I was like, we got to start with, you know, the classic. And of course, you know, Catherine knew some. She was a Disney fan, but she wasn't a Disney World fan at that point. So she was just, wherever you take me, that's fine. You know, as long as we can all do it, or we'll do ride or swap or whatever. And I was like, no, this is a slow moving ride. It's fine. So we all did Spaceship Earth, and that was their first ride. Funny enough, it's Finley's favorite attraction. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But that
it's
was
those core memories, right?
That's right. That's right. That was their first ride. And then at Magic, it was Small World, Hollywood. I think it was Mickey and Minnie's. and Animal Kingdom, I think, was the safari, if I remember correctly.
Man, if I expand that, we return back to Disney, I think, with the kids. And I don't know. I'd be guessing Epcot probably did something. Well, we probably did Spaceship Earth first. I'm sure we did.
Right there, as soon as you walk in.
Yeah. And then I would probably say Magic Kingdom. I have no idea on that one. No idea. And for when we took the kids to, what did I say, Animal Kingdom? I have no idea. Safari. So I'd just be guessing on those. But I wish I remembered those things a little bit more.
I know. Same thing.
My monitor keeps going out now. I don't know why. That
was
weird.
funny. Mine went out too, and you could probably look back and see the panic in my face because I thought my computer was shutting down, but it was just the monitor in front of me was going out.
Yeah,
That's
weird. My monitor is out. I can't see you right now. How weird
Okay.
is that?
All right. I'm totally not making faces at you right now. Not at all.
And now it's back.
See that? 86 says, Corey and Lawrence, how many days would you say is necessary to hit all the ride shows and spectaculars? Thank you for asking that, because I was actually going to bring that up because we talked about this being a one-day, all-you-can-see in one-day trip. And so I was going to ask Corey that same question, like, if it's your first trip, now knowing what you know, how many days would you recommend as a trip?
Well, are we building in like a rest day?
If you think one is needed or wanted,
I would.
Then I would say, yeah.
I would. I would say that you should do Magic Kingdom twice, so that's 2 days. I think we'll assume that you go rope drop to rope up. I think Hollywood is good in one. You can do Hollywood in 1 day with everything that's going on. You agree?
Especially if you're doing rope drop, yeah.
Yeah. And Epcot too, easily. Not as many attractions. You can do the attractions early if you want to, and then you can enjoy the World Showcase. Right. So I think that is fine. So what do we have left? Animal Kingdom. You can do Animal Kingdom in a day. You build in a rest day. So I think in 7 days, I think you can do it all. And where I put Magic for 2 days, you can really take one of those out if you'd prefer to stay at another park for an extra day. You can insert that other park instead, and then that gives you a day for Disney Springs as well.
Yeah.
So I think 7 is doable. You got to go at it, work the park well, but
you do.
If you want to be more comfortable, I think 8 would be good.
So the last 2 New Year's that we went to the park, so that would be New Year's Eve 2023 and 2024. We stayed in Verbo, so we were off property, and there were quite a bit of us. So getting everybody out at a decent time was a little tough. But we did 7 days, and we built in a rest day. And that rest day, the last time, we went to the world's biggest McDonald's there, and then we had another day where we just went to Disney Springs. We built in two rest days. So I started to really value a rest day on a trip that's, longer than 5 or 6 days. Because it gives you time to do other things. That day that we went to McDonald's, we went to Character Warehouse, right? So you get a chance to go out and explore a little bit. So I'm a fan of rest days now. Finley would be a fan of pool days. She likes hanging out at the pools in the resorts. So I think you really have to build those in. So yeah, 7 or 8 days, I think, does sound right, especially for the first trip. There was something that this reminded me of it. So the other day I was in a Facebook group, and two things. So one, somebody said that they asked, could you do 4 days at a 4-day park, or excuse me, a 4-day Disney resort trip for less than, I think they said $7,000. And people were like, no, that's impossible, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm going this weekend for like 400. Like, you most certainly can do it, you know, but you have to think about how you're doing the park and how you're doing. Don't eat at Cinderella Castle breakfast, lunch, and dinner all 7 days. You know, that type of stuff is unnecessary. You don't have to go all the time to the most expensive or to the, you don't have to stay at a deluxe resort, and you can still have a great time. We enjoy going to All Stars. We enjoy going to Pop Century. We enjoy going to Port Orleans. So I really don't think that you have to spend that much money. The other one that came up was somebody asked for a week-long stay for 9 people in an Airbnb for $1,500. And so many people were like, you can't even get a 2-night stay for that kind of money. So I immediately went to my Vrbo app and looked it up. And you most certainly can get a house that fits 10 people for a week for $1,500. Absolutely. And I'm not saying, you know, we're not talking like an extended stay. This is a 6-bedroom house similar to what we stayed in when you guys came with us. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So I say all of that because I don't know. I think since I started the podcast, since I started being on the podcast, it was like, I want people to figure out how they can get to Disney. If you really want to get to Disney, figure out a way to get there. Take advantage of a travel agent that can help you find every discount that you can get and book when you can. You can save money. I promise you. Promise you can.
For sure.
So, yeah, like the hotel that I'm staying in is $70 a night this coming trip.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. And now it's sold out now, but it had gone up to $115 a night. Right? So when I booked it, it was $70. Now it's at $115, and now it's sold out. So, yeah. And don't go at the busiest times. Don't go President's Day. President's Day is the worst. Obviously during Christmas, although it is great to go, don't go Christmas week if you're trying to save money because there's not going to be any hotel discounts. And the ticket prices are going to be the most expensive then. But there's certainly ways you can save money. Don't do a VIP trip. Don't hire Corey and I to do your VIP trip.
Yes.
So, yeah, there's certainly ways. But yeah, if you have questions, email us, livingindiz@gmail.com, and we will help you figure it out. We have friends that are travel agents that can help. Don't worry. If you want to go, let's figure out how to get you there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Donnieland, thank you so much for those kind words. We appreciate that. Means the world to us.
Very nice. Yeah, he had a good stream the other day, and we redirected our stream to him the other night. So even though he's not in the network, which Donnie, call me. Even though he's not in the Disney Streamer Network, I wanted our viewers to have more Disney fun, so we redirected to him.
Sharing is caring.
That's right. That's right. So speaking of sharing is caring, let me show you a new show coming up inside the Disney Streamer Network that I'm very excited to see. So our friend Lily, who I was going to call her a girl, she's 18. Decided
a young lady.
Yes, young lady has decided to venture out and do a totally different show. And so it's going to be called Let's Go Ride. And what it is it's going to be a breakdown of the attractions. And of course, if any of you know, Haunted Mansion is her favorite. So they're starting with Haunted Mansion. So it's going to be Lily and Mandy Mary who's Cake's better half. So they're going to be starring on the show. They're going to give a full ride breakdown, take you through, in this case for Haunted, they're going to talk to you about each of the rooms, the attraction. They'll give you some historical events and break down stuff that you see in the ride. Maybe they'll give us some behind the scenes hints too. So I'm excited to see this. This is Lily totally stepping out and doing something very different. And obviously her family is behind her. Her mods are behind her. And the Disney Streamer Network is behind her. So we're excited to see that. So that is tomorrow night. Why I just forgot the time, I don't know. But that's tomorrow night on the Lily's Life channel. So make sure to check that out. That's going to be a lot of fun to see her. To see her do that.
We're 100% behind Lily, and let's go over and watch that show. Lily is great. She strives to tease me as much as she can whenever she sees me.
Now that will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Now at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Living in Diz is also live. You can watch them both. Go to dsn.disneystreams.com. You can have Corey up. You can have Lily up. You can have any other streamers in the network up at the same time. And everybody gets the watch time. Everybody gets the support. And you can turn your audio on and off. So, you know, if we're on a ride and you want to hear what Lily's talking about, you can switch to her audio. You can switch back to Corey very, very easily. So make sure to go out there and support their efforts for sure.
Yeah, and that's a great watching strategy for the DSN, because, you know, what you do is if when she comes on and you're watching through the Disney Streamer Network, you can see me, you can see others in the parks. You don't always need audio for that. I mean, ideally, yes. But if you want to focus on what Lily's talking about, you just go ahead, listen to Lily, and you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I'm walking down Main Street. Maybe I'm just waiting for Starlight.
Right.
Maybe I'm on an attraction that, you know, let's face it, you've seen a million times. So you could deal with no audio maybe for a couple of rides, but be listening to Lily and keep an eye on us too. So that's a good way to use the streamer network.
Yep. Yeah. Nanny Pooh Bear says, can I explain how it works? It's very simple. Instead of going to YouTube to watch us, you go to dsn.disneystreams.com on your phone or on your computer, and you will be able to see everybody. I'm going to show you real quickly on my phone. So I actually have it as an app there. And so here you can see that's our show running right now. If I hit play, it's now playing us. It's like Inception. I can scroll over and I can see Josh, who's doing Tranquil Tuesdays, and Score Jason. Oops. Score Jason's at Epcot. And then Grand and Miraculous is coming up at 9:30. He's doing The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So as long as I hit play on each of them, each one of the creators gets the watch time. So it's a real easy way to support everybody. And if you're on a computer, it shows up on one screen. So you could watch 24 views at one time.
Yes, that's the coolest thing. It's better than mobile, but if mobile's all you have, you know, that's it. But, you know, iPads, tablets, your computer is the best way to watch those because, like Lauren said, it's multiple screens all up at once. When I saw that, my jaw hit the desk.
Yeah, and it is an app, Nanny Pooh Bear. It will, as soon as you go to the website, it will ask you if you want to install the app. Nice and easy. And then it'll be there for you. That's the best way to watch Disney streams the entire day. And we've got a couple other things that are in there that you'll see. So we have the wonderful window. So if you don't want to watch a stream, but you want to hear park music, similar to what we're playing right now, Park World Radio is built into the DSN. So you go to the wonderful window and it'll have wait times there that scroll, kind of like when you're at your hotel at the Disney Resort. And it'll have Park World Radio there as well. We also have a park app, a park companion app. So you know how We'd really love to know, when did we go to what park? What did we do there? All that kind of stuff. You can now log all of that in this app. And this is just the beginning of what we're doing. We've got a website coming. We have so many things that David Pyle is working on the back end. So very
and he's a
excited
good guy.
for 2026. He is a very good guy. Yeah.
He's a very good guy.
Yeah.
Steph's Joy in the Journey wants to know if Pete is in the DSN. We didn't really want him in there, but he threatened us. And so we had to put him in. So he is in. Pete is in.
Yes. So Pete is actually, I don't think I told you this, but Pete, when he had David Pyle on the show the other day, Pete said that he wants to promote the DSN. So he wants us to create a commercial, and he will play it on his show. Every Disney show that he does, he'll play it on there for the entire year. So
okay,
yeah. So I'm starting to work on that. But yeah, he's Pete was one of the first. So it was Living in Diz, it was Park Bros, it was Resort TV 1, it was the Pete McDevitt Show, and the fifth would have been Myers and the Mouse. So those really are the first 5 channels to start the network, and now we're up to 44. So
very nice.
Yeah.
Who will be the 45th?
Yeah. Come on, Donnieland.
Could be Donnieland.
Call me. Let's get you in. So I'm also working on another Paris streamer. So
excellent, eh?
Yep. So tomorrow we're at Magic.
Tomorrow we are at Magic Kingdom. It closes at 9 again. I really loved what we did with the stream last week. We did a casual walk around the resorts to get ourselves to the TTC. I was really happy with that, and I think everyone else really enjoyed that unexpected trip over there. So I'll have to make a decision tomorrow where it closes at 9. You know, do we hang out on Main Street, do a little shopping? Just trying to get the stream to like 10 o'clock, you know. So we'll watch the time and we'll see where we get. Maybe we never leave Magic Kingdom. If we do, maybe it could be something like head over to the Contemporary this time and just kind of walk around for a short time and grab the monorail from there, you know. But we're at Magic Kingdom. There'll be, is it still one? I assume one Starlight, 7:45 would be my assumption.
During the week, I would say yes.
And then a 9 o'clock Happily Ever After, which we did from the hub the other night. What'd you think of it? What did y'all think of that?
I liked it. I am... Everybody rushes to get to the hub to see Happily Ever After. I'm like, they're in the sky. There's a castle in front of you. You're gonna miss it. But if you, like where you were positioned, great shot. So, I mean, you could hear them shooting off kind of like we do when you're in Fantasyland behind the carousel. You know, you can hear it as they shoot.
Oh, I didn't know
off.
you guys could hear that. I didn't know you guys could hear that.
Oh, I was dialed into it.
And that's my little secret. That's my little secret sometimes where I know where it's going to be because my ears are open and I hear the
yeah.
So I can anticipate where it's going to pop off. Oh, Shirley said last Wednesday's was great. Thank you, Shirley.
And you know what? Why I like that is when do you do that? Right? You normally don't get a chance to do that before the stream. Rarely after the stream because normally you're picking up the rope. So you use the time wisely and showed stuff that, you know, we never really did. Now, if you go to Contemporary right after, I think the gift shops are still open. So you could go there and you could certainly walk around through the Contemporary and show that. So yeah, you got some options.
Definitely.
I like it.
Saturdays, we are back at Epcot. We had so much fun. I anticipated that so much fun. I anticipated so much last week going into it after you and I previewed it. If anyone missed the preview show of the Festival of the Arts 2026, you can go back and watch last week's podcast. And it was so much fun. And it's like, you know, there's so much to do.
Mhm.
Like we didn't even need to consider an attraction.
Right.
There's just so many food. There's so many food booths. There's so many art booths, and we covered a lot. I'm proud of what we did. We painted on the wall. We got our little paintbrushes and all that. We tried our favorite day one foods, and did a little bit of art. So this time, I would like to do more art booths.
Mm-hmm.
I added a few savory foods to the list because, as I noticed once we got there, and Shirley pointed this out, is we had way too many sweets on the list.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 20% to 80% ratio. So I added a few things to that. So we will go after some of those things too. We will do the grilled cheese again. That's going to be a must for Jacob every time. So I'll just join him and do that again. But we'll have fun. And what we're going to do is the Darth Vader piece of art that we bought.
Oh,
if
yeah.
we go over to the booth between 11 and 4, he will be there, the artist, and he will sign that for us. So we are going to go ahead and do that. Bring a little more value to the print. And we'll look at more stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's coming up on the channel. And I think the following week we'll do Magic again on Wednesdays. And then I don't know what we're doing the following week, but it's got to be discussed because Dinosaur is ending. But I have a birthday stream to do. So my early thought is I might just postpone my birthday stream for a couple weeks because I want that to be at Hollywood.
Okay.
And we're not going to Hollywood for a little bit. So and doing Dinosaur one more time, saying goodbye to Dinosaur is very important to Jacob. So
all right. So yeah, you got
we'll
to
have
do
to
it.
make sure we
that would
do
be the
that.
last chance to do that because it closes 2 days later. So, yeah.
Unless we do something like it's all up to them because I'm up early. We could always do Animal Kingdom first and then hop to Hollywood. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
all right.
Little extended forecast. And if you ever want to know what our extended schedule is, go to livingindiz.com. It's your one-stop shop for everything Living in Diz. If you're an LID VIP Club member, your name is listed there. The Patreon's names are listed there. The Diz shop is there for merch. You can catch the latest episode in the park there. And what's cool about our website, I don't know of anybody else's website that does this in the community. I'm not sure. But as you scroll, our streams are running already. I love that about it. When you scroll, you see the last monorail report sitting right there. You see the podcast running. And to me, I love looking at it because there are 5 windows open and you're watching all of this action unfold. Our one of our food review vlogs is running and whatever other vlog I have up, it's all running together. And I'm just like, look at all this stuff that we have done.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just a tiny, tiny, tiny minuscule taste of that. But our calendar is up there. I update it every Saturday. So if you go to the website every Saturday, you'll see the extended streaming forecast or schedule 4 streams ahead of time. I don't think anybody does that in the community to look ahead and know where we'll be in the next 2 weeks. So that's pretty cool too. If you haven't checked out our documentary film, it debuted last year in 2025. It made it all the way to the semifinals in the Orlando Film Festival. And so we can now say that Jacob and I, and he was already Jason O'Brien, he was already accomplished and an award winner. I really wanted to get that award for him. We were so close. The timing was so tense. It was like New Year's Day or whatever. And he messaged me and said, at 5 o'clock, we're going to know if we won Best Documentary. So we came really close. We're proud of that. So you can check it out. It's on the channel. It's called The Living in Diz Movie. That's how I titled it. And you can just go under videos and scroll a little bit and find it there and enjoy that as well. So
yeah. And it was very well done. Between what Corey and Jacob filmed for the documentary, and how Jason O'Brien put it all together, how Jason O'Brien narrated the entire thing. I mean, he just an excellent job. I was really happy with how that came together. Crazy Cat Lady, thank you for joining. We do this podcast every Tuesday at 6:30 right here on Living in Diz and on Park Bros, both channels. So feel free to join us. We are not scripted. There is no script here in front of me. I've got a 49-inch monitor and there's no script in front of me. So it is, sometimes we have our, especially with guests, we have what we want to say, what we want to ask them. But it's just Corey and I just chatting. We're just talking about Disney. So tonight our topic was creating your perfect day for, you're a tour guide for a family that's coming to the parks for the first time, create their perfect day. So that's the kind of stuff we do. Next week, the episode will probably be a recap of my weekend trip there. And then we've got plenty of stuff coming up. We've got some more guests. I'm reaching out to a few of them, former cast members, artists, authors. We've got a bunch of stuff coming up. So it's going to be a good year. 2026 is going to be a good year for the show.
Love it. Love it. All right. Join us tomorrow night, everyone, at Magic Kingdom for some live stream fun. We'll take what the park gives us. We'll see what's up for merchandise, and we will enjoy Walt Disney World over at Magic Kingdom together. And so, yeah. Said it all, done it all?
Yep. And let me remind you, when we end the show tonight, I'm going to redirect, both channels will get redirected to Score Jason, who's out at Epcot. So you will be well in time for Luminous at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to send you over there. Make sure to let them know that Living in Diz sent you. And we will see you tomorrow night from the parks.
All right. We want to thank you all for joining us live, and we always appreciate you just the same if you listen to us on all the podcast outlets that are out there. So for now, we are just a couple of bros talking Disney. Good night, everyone.
Good night.